All right, the goal is 3 minutes or less, so let's see if we can take your traditional Gmail look and make it look a little bit more like Microsoft Outlook. One thing you do not see is a calendar. You can't see your upcoming events. You can't see a monthly calendar or any of that. So the first thing we can do is make that appear. So right over here, you notice I've enabled a Google Calendar. I can see a full month view, and I can see upcoming events, and I can scroll through those upcoming events. You do have some option setting here, and I'm not going to go into those very much. If you got some questions about more of this stuff, you can always send me an email and ask about that later. You can also click on any of these events and it'll take you straight to that event in your calendar. Now, how I've enabled that is I've gone and toggled back and forth here. The normal view, you have the Google Chat feature right here. This gadget is not enabled automatically, so I'm going to show you how to do that here in just a second. The other thing that I always liked in Microsoft Outlook was the ability to show a preview of an email directly there, where this traditional look, I can see the preview right here all in one line, but sometimes I like to see more of a view as I click through those. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and show the vertical split here for these emails, and I can look at this one from Angela Willis. When I click on that or highlight that one, you'll see that I can see a preview of what's going on in that email right here in my screen. So how do we make all this happen? Well, there's something that you're going to find in Google Apps, and it's called Labs. And each Google app, depending on which one you're in, the labs that are offered are going to vary. So what I'm going to do to find that is I'm going to come over here to my settings gear. I'm going to click on the drop-down menu, and I'm going to select Settings. Once it pulls up my settings, I notice right over here I've got something called Labs. When I click on that, you'll see some of the labs that I've enabled. The first one I enabled was the Google Calendar Gadget. All I did is click Enable, and that puts that feature available over here for me. I've also clicked the one that says, or enabled the one that says Preview Pane. So now all I'm going to do is go back here to my Mail tab and give you an idea again of what that looks like. If you do have a chain of emails, you can get all those to show up. So when I click on this one, it will still show the full timeline, the full sequence of what we typically see in a normal Google setting. You can slide this over to get more of the view or less of the view depending on what you like. And there are some other ways that you can kind of customize that look a little bit. But this should be a good way for you to get started. And if you have any questions on what we've done here, be sure to let me know.